Greetings, Annette Olson and Nightwish fans. We have some great news coming from the sort of Nightwish Annette Olson universe. Guess we'll just call it the Annette Olson universe, and that is Annette's new album is being released today. Some of the singles have been coming out the last couple of weeks. I think the first official announcement about her new album titled Rapture came out roughly around February. From what I've heard, the album's going to be really great. It's going to be really awesome. So I'm happy to hear that Annette's coming out with some new material. And I think Annette Olson in particular, I think I'm pronouncing that right, fills a really great need or a really great gap amongst former Nightwish fans, current Nightwish fans. And it's really, great that pretty much all of the members of Nightwish all, have a trajectory of solo material. We got Tarja Turunen solo material. We've got Tuomas Holopainen solo material. We got Annette Olson's solo material. We've got, even Marko Haiatila has solo material. So, and I've always said that I do believe that the solo, when musicians, when a band breaks apart and everybody starts making solo albums, I do think something is lost. I don't think the new Annette Olson records are going to be quite the same as what she did with Nightwish, but it definitely I'm definitely open to the possibility of taking on Annette's new material in the same vein that I did with her time in Nightwish. Her previous album Shine was actually fantastic. Her album prior to that, the name is escaping me. I just bought it a couple weeks ago. It was actually fantastic as well. So she does, she has a lot of potential to really fill that void for the fans that miss her in Nightwish, but are also looking to hear something a little bit different. I would say that Annette's new material outside of Nightwish is heavier than anything she ever did in Nightwish, which is really cool. She's actually had some collaborations with The Dark Element, as well as some other, heavy metal bands. And that's what I find so fascinating about, why Annette was fired. Obviously, the majority of it was for personal reasons, which we probably won't get into in this video. But there's obviously still a demand. There's a need for Annette Olson's voice in the metal community, in the symphonic metal world, if you could call it that. And she's definitely becoming a force to be reckoned with. And I don't think that she can really be ignored anymore like she was kind of maybe initially. She does have a smaller fan base. She's never going to be the new Tarja or the new Floor. Everybody just talks about how great Floor Jansen is, and we could debate that in another video. But Annette is also really great, and so we're gonna just open up the website here, and we'll talk a little bit about her new album. It's being released by a company called Frontiers Music. So I'm assuming this is like the record label distribution company that she's collaborating with. Says Annette Olson. Olson. It's not an S. It's a Z, Andrew. Annette Olson. So this is the album cover. It looks awesome. If you guys have seen the music video, there is a sort of a religious theme, or at least some religious imagery involved with some of her new songs, and that is shown here on the album cover, which I think is awesome. But you also see kind of this sort of metropolitan cityscape. So just really conceptually, I just think that's a really awesome album cover. So the track list is as follows: Heed the Call. Track number 2 is the first single that was released, I believe, Rapture. Day of Wrath, number 3. Number 4 is Requiem. Number 5, Arise. Track number 6, Take a Stand. Track number 7, Cast Evil Out. Track number 8, Greedy World. Track number 9, Hear My Song. 10 is Head Up High, and track 11 is We Search for Peace. Just a quick rundown of the lineup. Obviously, Annette Olson, vocals. Magnus Carlsen, guitar, bass, and keyboards. Anders Kollerfarns is on the drums, and Johan Huskavel on the growl. I love how they just put growl. They didn't even put vocals. And that's something else you'll find in Annette's music, is that she's blending sort of this Nightwish-esque sort of sound, but it also kind of reminds me of Serenia. And obviously we've got the heavy guitars, the heavy riffs, but she's got some ballads on there as well. At least she did previously. And, we've got the growler on there, which is, we don't really hear a lot of growls in Nightwish. So I do think that, Annette's going to be competing, or Nightwish rather, is going to be competing for a little bit of a heavier sound. Now, it's rumored to be that the new Nightwish album Yesterwind is, I do believe it's pronounced Yesterwind. According to Tuomas Halopanian himself, he pronounces it as Yesterwind. So it's rumored to be that new album from Nightwish is going to be their heaviest. But of course, they say that every time. And, so what, that remains to be seen. Just a little bit of information here. Annette Olson, the former powerhouse vocalist in Nightwish and one half of the dynamic duo behind the Dark Element, alongside Jani Limatianen, is back with her highly anticipated third solo album, Rapture. Set to captivate audiences worldwide, Rapture promises to deliver an electrifying blend of heavy melodies and soaring vocals that solidify Annette Olson's esteemed status as one of the premier voices in the female metal genre. Following in the footsteps of her critically acclaimed second solo album, Strong, that was the one we mentioned before, Annette Olson once again teams up with acclaimed Swedish guitarist and producer Magnus Carlsson to craft a musical experience that pushes boundaries and excites the senses. Together, they have curated a collection of songs that showcase Annette's unparalleled vocal range, completed by Carlsson's masterful riffs. Rapture seemingly navigates through various musical genres, from symphonic to melodic power metal, with hints of mellow death while maintaining an irresistibly catchy and melodious essence. Annette's performance on this album is her most versatile yet, proving her ability to evolve and innovate while staying true to her signature style. Renowned mixer, just a little information about the recording. So it is set for release today. It looks like they've got all the track lists up here. I would encourage you guys to buy the album. Looks like there's some links to buy it here. I'm not sure where it's going to take us. We'll just check it out real quick. So I guess you could buy it on all of these. And interestingly enough, this is the same format that Nightwish is actually using. They're really sort of going for broke. Hopefully not literally, because they're really going all the way trying to sell. They're really trying to promote this new album, as well as what Annette's doing in terms of. They really want to make sure you're going to buy it in some form or another. Of course, we've got the free videos on YouTube, the single videos, whatever you want to call them. But I do think that fans will be, behooved to really go out and buy the album wherever they may be able to find it. I'll probably just order it on Amazon, or maybe I'll see if I can get it from the site directly. So I just wanted to speculate a little bit about how this album may or may not be received. I do think Annette Olson, from what the numbers are telling me on her YouTube videos, the somewhat lack of engagement in the comment sections. She has a small Instagram following compared to the rest of the sort of the people in the Nightwish universe. I do think Annette has sort of been not, respected, I guess you could say, in terms of within the Nightwish universe. And I don't mean just, directly by the band and the falling out with Nightwish members. I just mean in terms of the fan base, the metal fan base, the Nightwish fan base, the Tautia fan base, is kind of been sort of a lukewarm response to Annette Olson's music, which to me is kind of surprising just based on how good it is. I mean, I think I haven't heard too much of Tautia Turunian's solo material as of late, but I know it's, obviously very good, very epic music. But there's something about Annette Olson's voice and just the type of songs that she collaborates and works on that are just so catchy and so easy to listen to. And it's definitely reminiscent of Dark Passion Play or Imaginarum, but it's probably much more of, just Annette Olson's sort of vision versus Tuomas Halopanian's vision. You get a lot of versatility with Annette Olson's, sort of solo material, which I think is really great. It's not sort of the epic, heavy, operatic stuff that you have to deal with Tautia Turunian. If that's your thing, there's definitely a time and a place where I'm in the mood for that. But in terms of Annette's voice, it's just so beautiful and just so feminine, and you can't really go wrong with it. And it's a great continuation or a great evolution from what obviously we'll never get with her, in Nightwish again. I would like to see her do a single, do maybe some guest vocals with Nightwish again, but I don't really see that happening. But anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys, let me know if you're excited for the new Annette Olson album. And like I said, I think she fills a really good, void in sort of the Nightwish universe for the fans that were, really big on the Annette era. And obviously it ended too soon. But, and obviously Annette got a lot of havoc for not being a metal singer, but there's something so unique about Annette's voice that I think is more unique about Floor Jansen's voice. And personally, I'm not like downplaying Floor Jansen's abilities at all, but it's just you can't replace something so unique as Annette Olson. I think that's what Nightwish doesn't really understand, or bands in general. They just think they can get rid of a band member and then they're going to be able to, hire somebody just as technically as good, but it's a different sound and it changes the vibe of the music. It changes the vibe of the sound. It changes the vibe of the whole band in general. So, we talked a little bit about that with sort of the longer format Nightwish videos that we made. And just for the record, I hope you guys will check out my previous video. I'm not going to talk too much about it because YouTube flagged it for, I don't know, YouTube just is really immature when it comes to that kind of stuff. Make sure you guys go check out the video we made on the Swedish obscure black metal band. Yeah, hope you guys will, enjoy this video as well. We're going to be kind of keeping our eyes and ears open for the Annette Olson album. Once I probably get it, and kind of digest it, maybe we'll do like an album analysis and an album review. So we'll talk to y'all in the next one.